Have you ever been in a crowded room surrounded by conversation and in laughter, yet felt a deep and unshakable sense of loneliness? This doesn't mean you dislike people. Today we are exploring the dark truth of why the most intelligent individuals so often find themselves alone. And no, there are no bullshit motivational quotes or robotic AI scripts here, only facts. Let's begin. 1. The premise. The invisible wall of understanding. This feeling of disconnection isn't just in your head. It's a concept that philosophers like Arthur Schopenhauer pondered. The feeling of an invisible wall of understanding. It's the sensation that your mind operates on a completely different frequency than the world around you. This isn't arrogance, it's a genuine divergence in how you perceive reality. A highly intelligent mind doesn't just think more, it thinks differently. This mind is a machine built to detect patterns, question assumptions, and forge connections between things that seem entirely unrelated to others. You aren't just living in the world, you are constantly analyzing it, deconstructing it, and trying to crack its source code. This state of perpetual analysis can create a sense of inner exile, where you watch your own interactions from a distance, feeling like a stranger in your own life. 2. Reason 1. The curse of overthinking and pattern recognition. The first reason for this profound loneliness is that the intelligent brain is a pattern recognition machine that never shuts off. While other people can leave a social interaction behind, your mind is still there, replaying every word, every gesture, and every slight shift in tone. Simple conversations turn into complex puzzles that you feel compelled to solve. And this isn't a choice. It's how your brain functions. You see the unspoken rules, hidden agendas, and subtle hypocrisies woven into our social lives. This creates what some psychologists call the burden of awareness. You become painfully sensitive to injustices, logical fallacies, and the sheer insincerity that keeps social gatherings afloat. While others enjoy the party, you might find yourself stuck on the performative nature of it all, the forced laughter, the superficial compliments, the carefully managed images. Over time, you may find yourself withdrawing, not because you hate people, but because you must protect your mind from the overwhelming noise of a world you perceive all too deeply. 3. Reason 2. Intolerance for superficiality. This leads directly into the second reason, a deep, almost physical intolerance for superficiality. For a mind that thrives on depth and meaning, small talk isn't just boring. It feels like an incredible waste of your most precious resource, cognitive energy. Most social events operate on a currency of trivialities such as the weather, celebrity gossip, or polite but hollow life updates. You long for conversations about big ideas, new possibilities, and the why behind everything. You want to connect with intellectual and emotional honesty, but the world doesn't always make space for that. Research actually supports this. While most people report being happier the more they socialize, the work of researchers like Satoshi Kanazawa and Norman Lee has found that this pattern is often exactly the opposite for highly intelligent individuals. 4. Schopenhauer's hedgehog's dilemma, the pain of connection. The 19th century philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer perfectly summarized this situation with a powerful metaphor known as the hedgehog's dilemma. Imagine a group of hedgehogs huddling together for warmth on a freezing winter day. They need each other to survive the cold, but the moment they get close, they begin to prick one another with their sharp quills. So they move apart, only to feel the biting cold once again. They move back and forth, struggling to find that perfect distance where they can feel just enough warmth without causing too much pain. For intelligent people, this is the paradox of social connection. You have a deep human need for intimacy, yet the act of getting close often hurts. Those quills are the constant misunderstandings, the intellectual mismatches, and that frustrating sense of never truly being seen or heard. You might share a profound insight, only to be met with a blank stare or well-intentioned but completely irrelevant response. To protect yourself from this constant low-level pain, you withdraw. Schopenhauer famously wrote, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone." Echoing this, Friedrich Nietzsche, who was deeply influenced by Schopenhauer, argued that the truly authentic individual must constantly struggle to avoid being swallowed by the herd. You would rather be misunderstood in solitude than be insincere in a crowd. 5. Reframing from loneliness to chosen solitude. So what do you do with all of this? This is where everything can change with a simple yet powerful reframing. What if this feeling isn't a problem to be solved? What if it isn't a sign that you are broken, but merely a signal that you are different? Society tends to frame loneliness as a failure, a sign that you are unwanted or antisocial. However, for an intelligent mind, there is a world of difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is the pain of lacking connection. Solitude is the conscious and restorative act of being alone. From Isaac Newton to Nikola Tesla and Emily Dickinson, the thinkers and creators who shaped our world were masters of solitude. They understood that deep thought, creativity, and the process of true self-discovery require a space cleared of the relentless noise of the social world. Solitude is not emptiness. It is a sanctuary. It is the quiet laboratory where your mind is finally free to connect ideas, discover truths, and create without having to compromise. 6. The solution. Seeking intellectual compatibility. Embracing solitude does not mean you are condemned to stay alone forever. It means you must be more selective about whom you allow into your quiet world. The solution is not to force yourself back into the freezing cold of the hedgehog's dilemma. It is to seek what psychologists call intellectual compatibility. This isn't about finding people who agree with you, but about finding those whose minds dance with yours. This is a connection rooted in mutual curiosity, where you can explore ideas without the fear of being misunderstood. It is that profound sense of relief when you see that someone doesn't just hear your words, but understands the entire cognitive and emotional landscape behind them. For an intelligent person, a single friendship built on this kind of intellectual intimacy is more nourishing than 100 casual acquaintances. These people are rarely found in the noisy marketplace of traditional social life. They are found in niche communities, specialized clubs, and deep online forums, where a shared passion for complexity acts as a natural filter. The goal is not to find more friends, but to find the right ones, even if it is only 1 or 2 people. Ultimately, the dark truth is this. An intelligent mind often sees too much to fit comfortably into its surroundings. It deconstructs the very illusions that hold our social world together, and this clarity often comes at the cost of belonging. You are not alone because you are broken or unlovable. You are alone because your mind runs on a different operating system, one that prioritizes depth over distraction and truth over companionship. The world may never fully understand you, but perhaps the goal is not to be understood by the world. Perhaps the goal is to understand yourself. This feeling is not your weakness. It is the signature of a mind that sees things as they truly are. Subscribe for more and join a community that isn't afraid to think deeply. Thanks for watching, dude.